Hi everyone, it's Lauren and today I'm going to be going through my to-be-read list of books that I want to get read between January and March 2016. Oh, nearly got that wrong. We're midway through January already, so I hope I'm not giving myself too much of an ambitious list. I don't like to limit myself too much with TBRs. I don't like to give myself lists of books that I have to read by the end of the month because I just like to pick books up as and when I like. But then the problem with choosing books for my TBR pile is that I look at all of the books that I own and I'm like, oh, I want to read all of them now. So then my list starts becoming quite long. There aren't too many books here. If I was only going to read the books on this list, then I'd absolutely be able to do it. But I know what I'm like, and I know I'm probably going to pick up different books anyway. So let's see. The first book that I definitely must finish in the next couple of months is Middlesex by Eugenides. I have been reading this for a very, very long time, since before the Man Booker long list was announced and before we got involved doing videos for the Man Booker prize. I was already reading this, so when the long list came, as it's quite a long book, I put it down for favour of reading Man Booker books. And then once the Man Booker was over, I just wanted to read short books and kind of cleanse my brain of all the sort of difficult, hard-hitting fiction that I'd been reading. So again, didn't pick this back up. And I was really enjoying it before, so I definitely need to start this again. I did read a couple of pages a few days ago and it reminded me how much I was enjoying it, so I must finish this. This is a family history of Cal, who was born intersex, and it goes back through their parents' generation and their grandparents' generation and filters back down through to the present day to kind of unwind why they were born that way. It's not quite magical realism, but the tone of it at the moment is really reminding me of 100 Years of Solitude, if not quite magical realism. Some very odd things are happening, if not quite fantastical, and I'm really enjoying it. We're with the grandparents' generation at the moment, so I've still got about 2/3 of the way to get through, but hopefully finish this soon. The next book that I'm definitely going to reread soon is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. That's because this is going to be featured in my next episode of Page to Screen. My next episode actually in a couple of weeks is going to be on Sense and Sensibility, and then The Great Gatsby is going to be afterwards. So I have to read this in the next month or so and then watch some adaptations. And this is going to be really good, I think, because when I read The Great Gatsby originally, I just wasn't really feeling it. I don't know if I was too young or what, but I didn't enjoy it that much, so I've been meaning to reread it anyway, and this is a really great excuse to read it for this project and then be able to watch all the film and TV adaptations. In the same vein, I'm still rereading Anna Karenina. I'm like 3/4 of the way through, and I just stopped because I had to watch the adaptations and film the Page to Screen video for it, and I had read it already, but I really need to finish it. It's just, I really love Anna Karenina, but I think I've got into a bit of a bind on that one as well, where I just can't bring myself to finish it. So that's another one I need to finish soon. And the rest of the books I just picked up for fun. The first one being The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. This came out last year and it is a magical fantasy tale about a world where the earth has been flooded and this girl called North lives on a circus boat with her bear and goes on adventures, and there's a love story as well. I have heard nothing but good things about this book, and really I just feel like it's about time that I read it. I need to get off my bum and read it, and I'm in the mood for something a little bit magical and fairy tale-esque anyway, so I think this is going to be really fun. In a similar vein is the book that I got most recently, which is Our Endless Numbered Days by Claire Fuller. I picked this up at the Penguin Platform Christmas party at the beginning of December, and Claire Fuller was there speaking as well. This is about a little girl whose father takes her into the forest and keeps her in a cabin in the woods and tells her that the rest of the world has been destroyed and they're the only survivors. So something very intriguing, and Claire Fuller seemed really nice as well at the party. Something else that I have on my Kindle but still haven't read is Maya's Notebook by Isabel Allende, and I bought that on the recommendation of some people who are letting me know about South American literature, and I keep seeing it coming up in various people's comments. I keep seeing people talking about Maya's Notebook or Isabel Allende in general and saying that she should be read. So I have this book on my Kindle. I should probably definitely read it probably definitely. And then we have a book that I've had for a really long time, and that is Black Vodka by Deborah Levy. This is a book of short stories. I read Deborah Levy's first novel, which was called Swimming Home. I read that a couple of years ago. I think it was nominated for the Man Booker Prize a couple of years ago as well, and I really enjoyed it, and so I got a copy of her short stories. This is published by And Other Stories, which Swimming Home was originally published by as well. And this has just been sitting there on my shelf, and I was so excited to read it when I bought it, and I don't know why I haven't yet. And I have been getting more into short stories collections anyway, so I think this will be a perfect one to pick up in the start of the new year. And finally, another book that I've been very excited about reading, but I've been putting off because I've felt like it's going to take a little bit longer than it normally would for me to read something, and that is The Gap of Time by Jeanette Winterson. The reason I feel like this might take me a little bit longer is that this is a modern retelling of the Shakespeare play The Winter's Tale, and you have The Winter's Tale, the original, at the beginning of the book, and then in the second half of the book, Jeanette Winterson's modern retelling adaptation. And I've actually never read The Winter's Tale, so I would really like to read that properly and make sure that I understand The Winter's Tale properly before going into the modern adaptations, because I do love Shakespeare, I love adaptations of Shakespeare, I do know a lot of Shakespeare quite well. This is one that I don't, so I really want to go into it understanding it and to be able to analyse it a little bit. So I remain as excited about this book as I was when I originally got it, but I just want to really be able to dedicate some time to it and really feel like I've got the most out of the experience. So there we go, that is my TBR for the next couple of months. It's shorter than expected actually, probably shorter than you thought from my ruminations at the beginning of the video, but I have a habit of putting books on my TBR and then never reading them, like My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, which I didn't include in this video because I'm embarrassed to keep including it in TBR videos and never reading it. I do want to read it, and I probably will read it this month, but it just keeps happening. So that's not a very long list, but I don't know, let's see, hopefully by the end of March I will have read them. If not, you can tell me off. I would love to hear from you if you have read any of these books already, and let me know which one you think that I should start first. And what are your reading plans? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! My little goodie bag had Our Endless Numbered Days in it by Claire Fuller, which I am so happy, I'm so pleased that my bag had one that I really wanted in it. This is about a little girl who was taken into a forest by her father, or her grandfather perhaps, and he tells her that the world's ended and that they're the only survivors. So it sounds really intriguing.